The NewJeans press conference regarding their contract termination was held on November 29, 2024. The group announced their decision to end their exclusive contract with ADOR, an independent label established under HYBE in 2021. Known for their innovative music and striking visuals, NewJeans quickly rose to global fame, becoming ADOR's flagship success. Reports reveal that NewJeans warned ADOR they would terminate the contract if their demands were not met. After serving a legal notice, the group finalized the termination on the contract's last day. NewJeans cited ADOR's failure to fulfill its duty to protect its artists as the core reason for their departure. ADOR lacks both the ability and intent to support us, the group claimed. They emphasized that staying with the agency would be a waste of time and cause mental distress, providing no professional benefit. Regarding penalties, NewJeans stated they owed none. Instead, they accused ADOR and HYBE of breaching the contract. The estimated penalty ranges from 300 billion to 600 billion Korean won, but the group insists the breach is ADOR's responsibility. The group also asserted their right to continue using the name, NewJeans, stating that it represents their identity, not just a trademark. However, controversy is expected, as ADOR likely invested heavily in building the brand. Key points from the press conference. 1. Contract termination effective November 29. 2. No penalties owed by NewJeans. 3. Continued use of the NewJeans name. 4. Discussions regarding past releases are ongoing. During the press conference, a question was raised about filing a provisional injunction to suspend the effects of their exclusive contract. However, NewJeans stated that such an injunction was unnecessary. While it is common to seek an injunction during lengthy contract termination lawsuits to temporarily suspend the contract, NewJeans maintained their stance, claiming, "The responsibility for the contract termination lies solely with ADOR, and there are no legal issues on our side." Experts, however, pointed out that unless both parties agree, contract termination typically requires a court ruling to take effect. If NewJeans unilaterally declares termination and starts independent activities, this could be deemed a breach of contract. Analysts believe ADOR would have a strong case if they decide to sue. Concerns have also been raised that NewJeans may not have sought sufficient legal counsel before holding the press conference. Statements made during the event suggest the group lacks clear plans regarding legal disputes with HYBE and ADOR, as well as the use of their existing albums and songs, leading to further controversy. To terminate an exclusive contract, there must be a significant breach of contract. A simple breach is insufficient. Termination is only permitted if the issue persists despite demands for resolution. Thus, the key question is whether the violations NewJeans claims are legally significant enough. Let's examine NewJeans claims. 1. HYBE abandoned NewJeans to pursue a new direction. NewJeans argued that ADOR failed to protect its artists in this context. However, ADOR countered, stating that the report in question was created by HYBE and that no decisions or specific actions against NewJeans were made. ADOR also emphasized that HYBE and ADOR are legally separate entities. Even if HYBE acted against NewJeans, holding ADOR accountable would require meeting strict legal criteria, such as piercing the corporate veil, which courts rarely accept. 2. A manager from another label told Hani to ignore them. NewJeans claimed ADOR neglected this issue. ADOR responded that the manager was not one of their employees and that they took necessary actions to protect the artist's image. 3. Inappropriate remarks from a PR team member. NewJeans requested action against these comments. ADOR explained the steps they took to address the problem. 4. Leaked trainee photos and videos. NewJeans alleged that these materials remained publicly accessible despite requests for removal. ADOR clarified that they were not responsible for the leaks and were actively requesting their removal from media outlets. 5. Accusations of favoritism in promotions. NewJeans accused HYBE of prioritizing other artists at their expense. ADOR refuted this, citing confirmations from HYBE that no such actions occurred. 6. Conflict with director Shin Woo. The group highlighted disputes with the director that they claim affected past projects. However, concrete evidence will be required to support this claim. Considering these points, NewJeans' claims may face significant legal challenges. The separate legal status of HYBE and ADOR complicates attributing HYBE's actions to ADOR. For a contract breach to be considered significant, clear evidence of issues such as financial mismanagement or abusive behavior must be presented. NewJeans' decision to pursue litigation might reflect their belief that the current situation leaves little room for meaningful activities. However, lawsuits can take years, potentially 2 years for the first trial and 3 to 5 years if appeals are involved. By the time the case concludes, the contract period could be nearly over. This raises questions about whether NewJeans fully considered the risks of their decision. Conflicts with agencies can evoke sympathy, but legal battles demand a cold and pragmatic approach. Over time, public interest may fade, leaving the final responsibility with the involved parties. This will likely be a tough battle for both NewJeans and ADOR.